So pretty much what we have here is a 1991 DR650. Just picked it up today. There's 9,100 miles on the clock. Has a few problems, but for what I paid for it, I feel like it was worth it. A couple years ago I had a XD250 in 81, and I really liked that bike. But being a 250, it just wasn't good enough for the street. It was just winding out at like 55, 60 miles an hour. So I picked this up and it's got some carburetor issues. That's probably the biggest issue. It still runs and everything, just kind of poorly. Took it down the road, 70 miles an hour is about 5,000 RPM. This thing cruises just beautifully. It's pretty heavy, being a 650, being a single cylinder, and being it's a 91. They aren't really too light, but I can't really complain. I feel like it's fairly fast for what it is, for an Enduro, I guess. Definitely faster than like a new-ish 250, but you know, I'd hope so, being how big it is. So basically, what we're gonna do is pull the carburetor off, get that all rebuilt, get it running correctly, because this being a kickstart only bike, you want this to run perfectly. The XD250 was a kickstart, and man, some days you are kicking it forever, it seems. So get this thing running how it should be, like factory. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm thinking it needs a rear tire, probably needs a chain too, a nice maybe O-ring chain. We'll see what we get for it. Needs some rear blinkers too. See, you got some missing here. Everything else seems relatively good. Exhaust is maybe a little loose, probably a new donut or a gasket, whatever it uses on the head. Maybe throwing a fork seal because that one's slightly bad. Yeah, this thing has no fork seals in it. So being a kickstart only bike, I never knew they had these, but this is the compression release. I knew it would have compression release being such a big single cylinder, but being right on the bars is really nice. Choke is right up here. Surprisingly, it doesn't want choke when you start it up, so we're gonna kick it over and get this thing to fire up to show you what it runs like now and then what it runs like when you clean the carb up. Basically, there it is. See, it takes a little bit to start it. Obviously, everybody hopes for it to run in one kick, or start up in the first kick. And we're gonna get it there, for sure, but it runs pretty good. It tends to hang RPM though. Once it's warmed up, it'll just stick at 3,000 RPM. So, cool little kill switch. Everything works on this bike that's there. But so there's our baseline. Gonna get this running a little bit better. It tends to spit and sputter about 70 miles an hour or completely die. I've had that happen so far too, so let's get going.